Hi, I'm Jill, and today it's all about Christmas today. I've been Christmas shopping this morning, which was lots of fun, and then I came home and wrapped some presents, put them under the tree. I listened to Christmas music, and then my daughter helped me finish off these snowmen that you can see behind me. I made these snowmen a few years ago as part of a challenge for my creative blog to make outside decorations from things that you could find in your shed. So we had some old planks of wood and some paint. So we painted them up to look like snowmen, tied a bit of old Christmas fabric around them, and there they sit at the end of our pool, looking very Christmassy here. So there's not a lot nowadays that I make for Christmas. I've made my own Christmas tree, so I often do that with one of the palm seed pods and put that in a pot. And made these snowmen again this year. When I was little, we used to make lots. Like at school, I remember we made lots of snowflakes. So when you cut a circle of paper and then you used to fold it in quarters and snip all these bits out of it, and when you opened it out, it looked like a snowflake. And we used to all make lots of those and stick them on the windows at school, and they looked like it was snowing on the windows. So they were cool. We used to make Christmas cards. Every year, I remember my brother and I used to sit at the table with cards that we'd cut to the right size and our pens and pencils, and we'd draw pictures of trees and robins and snowmen, and there was always glitter, lots of glitter. I'm sure our relatives were very impressed when they opened the envelopes and got covered in glitter with our Christmas cards. When I used to work at home being creative and sewing, when my children were little, I used to create a lot more. I made sewed lots of things for Christmas, lots of Christmas wrapping bags and cloths, very eco-friendly. And I went through a stage of sewing Christmas cards as well. So I had old cereal boxes and I'd cover them with fabric and stitch pictures on them. So that was cool. But people don't make a lot for Christmas these days, and we don't send Christmas cards anymore. Very rarely. I think I sent some this year because of COVID, people haven't been traveling much, so I sent some Christmas cards and calendars, and I think because I had a little bit more time, sent those as well. But other than that, don't really send Christmas cards anymore. I remember again, as a kid, you used to give cards to everybody at school and all the neighbours and all your friends, and we used to stick them up on the walls and on the windows at home and count them, and wow, it was a big deal sending Christmas cards. Now I guess you send Christmas e-cards and just send a text, send a message to say Merry Christmas. So this is Christmas in the sun, which is a little bit different. So like snowmen by the swimming pool. I don't know if you can see that there. A little bit different. We don't get any real snowmen here. The snowflakes that I mentioned cutting from paper, a couple of years ago I cut them from old chip packets. So I washed the chip packets and cut snowflakes from them so that they were silver, because the chip packets are silver on the inside, and then hung them on one of my palm tree seed pod trees outside so the sun would shine off them, and they looked really pretty. So we do have a little bit of a different Christmas here in the sunshine, in the heat. It still feels different after all this time, but I love it. So the other thing today was I released a new teaching video about second conditionals. So last week it was all about first conditionals. This week was all about second conditionals, because this is something my students ask me a lot about. So I've made 3 sets. Last week was 0 and first conditional, today's second conditional, and next week third conditional. So they're all covered. But I have to say I was very disappointed. So it went out at 6 o'clock this morning. It's now 3 o'clock this afternoon. So it's been out for 9 hours and nobody has watched it. Oh, I'm very sad. I posted it on my Study HQ page. I shared it on my Instagram story and my Facebook story, and nobody has watched it. all my students who subscribe to my channel, why haven't you watched my video? You always ask me about conditionals. Okay, now's your chance. I'm going to put the link up here. Click on it and go and watch my conditionals video. See if you understand all about second conditional. All right, that's it for today. One last look at the snowman by the pool. Thanks for listening. Bye.